Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slaying Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I am going to be discussing why women are never satisfied, right? I had another video before where I was talking about like why women are ungrateful. This is kind of similar to it, but it's different. I got two video clips that I'm going to be showing y'all today just to show y'all a representation of women nature. You gotta be hip to women nature when you're dealing with them. You should overall just be hip to human nature, right? When you're dealing with humans, men and women. But since I'm a man that date women, and some of y'all date women too, I'm gonna give y'all some information about woman nature so that you have it easier when you're dealing with these women, so that you know what to kind of like expect. And of course, nothing is absolute. It's not everybody. This just applies to a majority. It applies to a large portion. So here's the first video.
So earlier this year, I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. And I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage. There was just something that did not connect. I felt that there should have been a connection between he and I in order for me to be his wife. And so I cut off the engagement. And it was so difficult because he was a good man. It's easy when a person is not good. You can justify why you cut things off, but when a person is truly a good person, it's hard to explain. So I found myself trying to explain it to family and friends, and they were asking me a whole bunch of questions that, I could not say, exactly why, other than the fact that I just did not feel the connection. There was something that was not there that I needed to be there in order for this to be my husband. And so I stopped trying to explain it, and I just trusted my decision, and I went on. But then I got an epiphany, and it was just like, have you ever been shoe shopping and you saw a nice pair of shoes and it's like, ooh, I love the color, I love the style, the heel is the right size, and it's a reasonable price, like it's on sale and it's a good shoe. But then when you approach the shoe, you see that it's a size 6 and you need a size 7. Does it take away from the fact that the shoe is a good shoe? Does it take away from the fact that you're getting a great deal for the quality? Does it take away from the fact that the heel is still the right size? It doesn't matter. All of that still makes the shoe is still good. But if it's not your size.
Yo, before I even get into my commentary, man, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe if you messing with my content. Like that video was just like, and then the stupid analogy that she made at the end about the shoes. Anyway, I'm not even going to dwell on that. See, I don't like calling women stupid, but a lot of them be saying some stupid ass shit. Not saying that man don't say nothing stupid, but a lot of, anyway. And this is the example. This is the prime example, right? This is a woman here saying that she had a man that checked all the boxes. He checked all the boxes. Everything I could have ever wanted in a man. He checked all the boxes. Yet, she said there was something. She don't even know what it is. This is the shit right here, right? This is why we need to bring arranged marriages back, right? Because it's shit like this. This is why marriages is not really working today. 80% of women divorce. They file for divorce. Right? And then people try to act, women always try to justify the stupid shit that they do, right? 80% of women file for divorce, right? And the number one reason is irreconcilable differences. That could be anything, right? And we clearly see, this is just one example, but I heard this from countless women, right? Who say like, I don't know what it was. It was just something. It was just something. And then it's like when you ask them, what was the something? They can't even tell you. They can't even tell you. They can't even tell you. They can't even tell you what it was that made them leave. They can't tell you. Like, this shit is crazy. She don't even know why she left the man that she wanted. This is why I tell you all the time, like, they say one thing out of their mouth, but their actions show something totally different. She just said she had a perfect man. She had this, she had that, but we just didn't have this connection. It was something. Like, yo, that just be the bullshit, right? And this is why I tell brothers, like, some brothers, you do too much. You doing everything good. You got everything good going on. You've been lied to. You've been told that if you get this, you get that, you're the good guy, you're XYZ, that you're gonna get a good woman. Like, I don't even know. Look at her. Her wig was busted. Anyway, I don't want to do no personal attacks. But it's like, this is what happens a lot of times to bros, man. Like, it don't matter if you're the great catch. These chicks are walking away for whatever reason. Because of something. I just didn't feel like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, I'm about to bring the next video.
Anybody heard about the new store in New York City? It's called the Husband Store. And you can go there and shop for a husband. There's 6 floors in this store. You can only visit each floor one time, though. And each floor you go up, the value increases. You may choose any item from any particular floor, but you can go up a floor, but you cannot go back down. So there was a woman who went to the husband store to find herself a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door read, "These men have jobs." That sounded good. These men have jobs. Floor 2 says, "These men have jobs and love kids." Floor number 3 said, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thought, this is sounding pretty good, but I'm compelled to go on to the next floor. Well, she does go to the 4th floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead good looking, and they help with the housework." "Oh, mercy me," she said, "I can hardly stand it." Still, she said, "I've got to go on." She went to the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous, help with the housework, and have a very strong romantic streak." But she couldn't stand it. She decided she had to just find out what was on floor number 6. Floor number 6 said, "You are visitor 31,456. To this floor, there are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please."
This one was it was a joke, but you know, a lot of times comedians, they tell truthful jokes by the way of humor and you know, in a comical way, so it could be digestible. I'm sorry, man, I'm still thinking about the last stupid video, right? But this is just an example, right? And she painted a perfect picture with the different floors, and how even though the description of the men in these floors that were below was good qualities of men, right? The type of men that they say they want, that they crave, they still are thinking about what's next. See, this is part of human nature, right? Humans, and our sisters tend to do this a lot. There's always this thought in the back of their mind, I can do better. This is men and women, but we're talking about women right now. There's always this thought in the back of their mind, I can always do better, right? And that's basically what that last video just showed us. It's always there. Like, no matter how good or great of a man they may have, I can always do better. I can always do better. And a person that always has that mindset that I can always do better is not going to cherish what they got. They're not. That just goes for men and women. If you don't appreciate what you got, you always going to be thinking like this. And that's always going to ruin your relationships. And you're always going to squander what you have in front of you. So I need you brothers to pay attention to what's going on. Right? Because a lot of women do this. Like, and then they got stupid ass little friends that be telling them bad advice or be, you know, just saying little shit. So if your woman is not a smart woman, right? If she's not somebody who has some type of backbone, if she's not somebody who knows herself and is grounded, she's gonna fall for whatever is on social media, whatever her friends are telling her, whatever is being presented to her or put in her face, she's going to succumb. It's because it's easy to manipulate women. It's easy to sway them because they love what they hear. They love the sweet nothings, right? Like the other chicks, you kept talking about, like, I just feel. So the moment somebody could just make them feel, you know, get them to sway, it's a wrap, homie. So you got to pay attention to this. A lot of chicks are like this, right? The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said this in the 600s, right? And I'm summarizing the hadith. He said women are ungrateful because it don't matter how much good you do for them. The moment you do one bad thing, she would say she never seen any good in you. She never seen any good in you. Now let me ask you, how many of you brothers been in a situation where you might have messed up? We all mess up. We all slip up. We men. We human. You slipped up, and then after that, you never slacked again, and you made up for it, and you know, and you took accountability. You apologized, and you did things to make it better. And she always brought that one thing back up, or them two things, or them three. Like, you get what I'm saying? How many of you? I'm pretty sure a lot of you been through this. This is not some shit I'm making up. Listen, man. I know a lot of people say I ain't qualified. It is what it is. I really don't care what people say. But I don't dated women from about like 50 different countries. A lot of men haven't even had that type of experience. Okay? 50 different countries. Say, because I be in different spaces and different places and I move around. I don't even date women in the hood. Because they got a hood ghetto-ass mentality. So I stay away from a certain mindset. You know what I'm saying? But that's problematic. So I'm just talking about the nature. I'm not even talking about the hood bookers. I'm talking about the woman nature, right? They always gonna bring up certain things. Woman psychology says they hold on to hurt more than good times. It also says women keep a backlog of negative experiences. So they're constantly always bringing up some negative shit you done. It don't matter what good you done. It don't matter how many purses you bought them after. It don't matter how many trips. It don't matter what you've done. They're always going to bring up the negative moment or the one shit that you did because it's all about their feelings, homie. And they prioritize negative emotions or negative feelings over good ones, right? So I'm telling you, a lot of you brothers can attest to this. Like, these women are never satisfied. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, another thing he said, richness is not how much wealth you accumulate. But he said richness is being content with what you have. And a woman who is not content, she's always going to be chasing what's the next best thing. And that's just for humans, period. A man that's not content, it's going to be the same thing. But we talking about sisters right now. A woman who is not content, who she's always thinking in the back of her mind, I could do better. Like the woman in like the analogy in that last video. I can do better. I can do better than this. They kept trying to go to the last floor and then they got played. And this is what happens to a lot of women. They keep thinking I could do better. And then you know what happens? They realize, like, damn, I already had the best dude that I could have possibly had. And then they try to spin the block sometimes. And I'm telling you, brothers, don't take them women back. Do not. I don't care how much you feel about this woman. Do not take him back. Cut their water off. Cut their water off. And there's a lot of those chicks. It's a lot of those chicks out here. And it's going to continue to be that way because it's in part of their nature. Ever since arranged marriages stopped, and I'm not saying force a woman to get married, but ever since your parents and your family don't vet for the women, because women can't make a decision on their own. They clearly showing us that all the time. They leave marriages at a high rate because their feelings or whatever. In some cases, I'm not saying there's not abuse, there's not certain things, but a lot of times the number one is irreconcilable differences. It's not domestic violence, it's not money, it's not all the other shit. It's irreconcilable differences, and that could mean anything. And a lot of times it's I can't explain it. I don't know why. He just that weird dumb shit that she was doing in the first video. So I'm telling you, brothers, if these women, this is the solution, right? If these women are not reciprocating, if they're not making you feel good about dealing with them, if you don't feel like they are 100% down with you, don't break your back. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna nag about something. They're gonna complain. And of course, it's not all of them, most of them. They're gonna complain about something. They're gonna be thinking like, damn, I could do better than this. I mean, he's good, but I could do better. So There's no reason why you should be breaking your back. Don't break your back. You're only going to hurt yourself. This is why I always say, I give bare minimum. Unless I see you that you about me. When I see you about me, I'm like, all right. She's showing out. She's doing her own little thing. She's showing her appreciation. She might give me a little gift here and there. It don't even got to be a big gift. It just shows their appreciation. Because I'm telling you, a woman who is into you, she going to do certain things, homie. She going to spend her money. She going to do little things. She going to do little things. And it don't got to be nothing. It don't got to be nothing crazy. It could be she went on a trip. She came back. She brought me a comb because she know I got a beard. She brought me a pen. It could be something small, but that just shows they're thinking about you. It shows appreciation. And a lot of women do not show no appreciation. And that's going to be another video that I'm going to talk about. But in this video, I'm just talking about the ungratefulness. The ungratefulness. They're never satisfied. And I'm telling the brothers, if they're not reciprocating their behavior, do not sit there. A lot of women have this mindset of, he got to do this. He got to prove himself to me. Why? Because they have this mindset that he need me. I don't need him. They got this mindset like, I'm the prize. We both need each other. But a lot of these women are not coming from the mindset we both need each other. They're coming from, you better be glad I'm in your presence. You better be glad I'm picking up your phone calls. You better be glad I'm texting you back. This is the attitude of a lot of these women. And a lot of these men fall for that shit because they're chasing lust. A lot of these dudes are chasing lust. They're not chasing the woman with the brains, the woman that is going to raise your children a certain way. They're chasing lust. They're chasing the beauty. They're chasing the outer thing that's going to perish. Her mind is going to raise your children. Her mental, not her looks. But because you're chasing these things and they controlling y'all. Y'all following the lead of women. The women tell y'all, you got to do this, and y'all do it. You break your back, you break your neck, you do it. They tell you they tell you what you gonna do, and y'all chasing like dogs, homie. No self-respect. So this is why they playing y'all like they playing y'all. I tell dudes, I ask dudes this all the time. Who texts who the most? You texting her most of the time? You calling her most of the time. She barely calls you. You initiating the we gonna go out all the time. She not letting you know, like, I want to see you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, I miss you, blah, 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 blah. Or every time she hits you up, it's always about, I want to go out, get some crabs. I want to go out, get some wings. I want to go out, do this. I want to go out. Take me somewhere. Like, every time she hits you up, it's never about, like, just some quality time. It's always about going out. Spend on me, show me. Come on, bro, you got to be paying attention to these signs, man. Stop getting played out here. Stop getting played. I know you've been taught and trained, and I do believe the man, for the most part, is going to take care of a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that. But a woman got to show you. See, because look, this is really what comes down to. Women generally got more options than men. Generally speaking. Not options of men that want to marry them or date them or do certain shit, but men that want to smash. And a lot of times women conflate the two. They think because a man gonna take you somewhere and might spend on you, but he might, I don't mean he want a wife, you know what I mean, he want to be with you. So a lot of times women conflate the two, right? Men just be trying to smash. And some of the women know this and they use it to their advantage. But the point is, they got options of men to kind of like, that want to date them or take them out or do these things, right? Men, on the other hand, most men don't. So sometimes men come from this desperate standpoint of, I gotta prove myself because if I don't, she gonna leave. That's a scarcity mindset. Let them leave. Let them leave. I don't listen. I might like somebody, and I might try to work with them for a little bit, but I'm not really chasing nobody. I'm really not. I'm not even trying to sound like I'm not chasing nobody, homie. I'm not chasing nobody. You know what I'm saying? So work on your character, work on your charisma, work on your, have an abundance mindset. Everything is about attitude. When you have a positive attitude about yourself, when you feel good about yourself, I know this shit sound cliche. When you feel great about yourself, that's why I tell men, work out, work on your physique. It makes you feel better about yourself. Work on your goals, get some money, do certain things, travel. When you do certain things and you feel good about yourself, it oozes a certain level of confidence and attitude from you that's gonna pull people towards you, men and women. I'm telling you. You socially awkward, work through that shit, man. Feel good about yourself. You don't like your glasses? Throw some contacts in. Get a new haircut. Rearrange your shit. Get different clothes. Feel good about yourself, because I guarantee you, when your attitude about yourself and the world is different, you're going to attract different. And with that, I end it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. And y'all stay blessed. Peace.